Good morning everyone, a happy Thursday morning to you. Airbus cockpit coach here, and we're back in Inverness to fly the return leg of yesterday's live stream, taking the 320, Fenix 320 back down to London Luton. We are live on VATSIM. We do have a payway scenery. I don't know which one it is actually, but I don't think there's many. Might only be the only one. But yeah, this is pretty good model of Inverness Airport. There's not much to the actual terminal building itself. Yeah, here we are. This is a regular stop for myself in the real world. But a nice place to fly into. A bit of a scenic approach, this one, if you, especially coming over the water and the Highlands as well. So nice place to come to. So we've got a flight plan in. As I say, we're on VATSIM. Do give me a nudge if the sound is off and you can't hear VATSIM or so forth. I've checked things; it should be okay. But yeah, get a bit of rust off the older PC for streaming yesterday, so hopefully we're good on that. So let me know otherwise. But here we go. So yeah, well, I think we have a serviceable aircraft. We'll get the first officer out for the walk around. So we'll get going. Let's just have a look at the load figures. So 100, pretty busy. Lots of people heading down to Luton today. 175 expected. So we'll get GSX hopefully doing its thing. So I'll get that going. Bit of action outside, that's positive. And just a quick look at the pilot brief, the operational flight plan. So we're going to be easy 36 X-ray Delta today on VATSIM. So engine model and aircraft checks, route checks, 0 fuel weight of 62. Not too landing weight's a bit high. So there's no standard instrument departure routings from Inverness, so we're straight out and then as directed. But we'll list 1 November into 2-5 at Luton. I'm expecting a 2-3 departure here today.
Passengers bus is coming.
So we've got a block fuel of 6 points, or almost 6.5, and diversion today is alternate today is Manchester. Look at the weather. So here, the destination, we have overcast at 400 feet at Luton. 1008, so I'm not too far from Luton myself. I wouldn't say it's 400 feet here, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. 2408, broken 800 is the prognosis becoming. Oh, that's low cloud base, isn't it? And winds increasing later on in the day up to 25 knots gusting. Interesting. In our alternative day from Manchester, 0904, we've got some showers there in the vicinity of the airport, so after 3000, nothing there which concerns me though. A slightly increasing wind profile through the day, and with drizzle coming in as well, and again gusting winds increasing. We're going to follow along if the computer loads, so well, good luck with that. Yep. Always the deciding factor, I guess, of flight sim. Okay. More or less a headwind component, quite a strong headwind component up here for the initial parts. Moving to more of a crosswind as we head on south. And a quick flick of the NOTAMs. Again, a lot of this stuff won't translate into flight sim, such as taxiway works and so forth, and cranes in the vicinity of those things. But low pressure is forecasted in the Scottish terminal manoeuvring area. All pilots, especially those inbound from Glasgow, Edinburgh, Preston, exercise caution when transitioning through the transition altitude. I didn't sense, I mean, we were not low pressure at the moment, but yep, obviously due to drop. Okay. Right, aircraft is loading. Let's get fired up. It's just our checks. Lever down. Wipers are off, and our battery voltages are good. External power is available. Get that on. Get these aligning. Probably will do the APU fire test. Yeah, organ, yeah. Inverness is a short runway. Depends what you're used to. Not Jersey short, but short. Okay, waiting for things to fire up. Warning computers online. So the APU switch is closed and guarded, and we can give that a test. Squib lights are off. We've got squib and firelight there. Master caution and ECAM. Good test. Our temperature here 17. It's warmer than when we landed yesterday. I think it's 15. So yeah, it's improved up here, but dropped back down south again. So it's a bit of a cooler day in the south of the UK today. Okay, correct engine, correct aircraft, and AIRAC is in date. Standing by with the performance figures. Yeah, let me know what you've you get there. Let me know what you throw up with your calculations, organ. Under cost index. Oh. Yep, and we're 370 minus 43. Propose 33, 31, 407. Dropped a fair bit since yesterday. And we'll uplink the winds as well. Hope everyone's well. Do take a moment to check out the channel membership as well. We have a bit of a loyalty membership going, so check that one out when you've got a moment.
Passenger's bus is coming.
You can put the PAs on, the background music for boarding. Excellent. Right, so a flight plan, we're expecting runway 23 out of here, and no SIDS. Well, no archers. Archer route, so we'll go out, we'll leave the discontinuity in there. And then we'll see, I don't think we've got any ATC online, so we'll direct ourselves accordingly after departure. And it was the Listo 1 November 25 expect to London Luton. Gives us a distance of 437. 441. Xing config 2, okay. 25, 28, 33. What weights have you got there, Organ? Is that on similar weights for me? Takeoff weight is 68.2 for me. expected. Oh, he's low pressure, 997. And the other magic ROF key. A note of the MSAs. We'll be departing out in this direction. 2,700 zone initially into 5,000. And we'll be expecting, we'll probably taxi Echo runway 11. We've got hotspot 1 and hotspot 2. 2 free, backtracking. Okay, thanks Sorgan for the figures there. Let me see what the calculator throws up for me. Get to that point. Might get the APU going now as well. We'll look outside. Activity. That's pulling away. Have we got any people in my around? People. I did go in and check the GSX box was ticked for the Phoenix with seated passengers. It was. So I can't see of an issue there. So 1800 psi on the oxygen as well. That's good. Yeah, I suppose I should do my flows up here first. Haven't running ahead of myself. My temperatures in the usual position. Right. There. I'll get 22.8 of VATSIM as well. Now, going on. Situational awareness. So how are we doing with loading? Let's have no cargo on yet. We've got the passengers on. Fuel is on, and there's just the cargo to come in. So we can brief this one up while we're waiting. Loading. Takeoff runway is 23. There's no standard instrument departure routing. Our first cleared altitude, we'll put 6,000 in the box. That takes us above MSA, unless we get VATSIM online. We'll use that. So 2,700 feet initial MSA into 5,000 shortly thereafter. In terms of fuel, we just need to put our alternate fuel in from the plan. So 1.3 for Manchester. We've got 6.5 tons, and we're loaded and distributed. We had 3 minutes on the APU. Get that running now. So yep, so we should be good on fuel. Hotspots, we've got hotspot 1 and 2 we've already looked at. So yeah, on the entering runway 11, and then from entering runway, or backtracking on the main runway, the 2 hotspot zones we need to pay particular attention to on our routing up. Engine outsid, we'll do straight ahead to 25. That takes us clear of terrain, which is to the south. So we'll use that today. In terms of coming back in, we are quite heavy, and this is a short runway. We're quite heavy. We're at the above maximum landing weight. I would certainly consider that for an urgent situation such as an engine fire. Otherwise, we'll continue out and look at better options. We've obviously got Glasgow, even Prestwick to the south with a very long runway, so we'll use that if necessary. There's no non-standard ops threats today. We've got a fully serviceable aircraft, so we're good on that side. We're on VATSIM, so the unknowns of VATSIM traffic is probably our main threat today. There is a terrain consideration as we leave Inverness, mostly to the south. So we just need to make sure we get up and a good rate of climb before we proceed a turn to the south. Ideally, not too early. I think that concludes everything we need to look at, other than we'll do our performance. Morgan's provided some figures, so we'll run through that shortly. Just waiting for the baggage to come on. Which it doesn't seem to be. And it's not coming on. What's GSX up to? Let's have a look. Look outside. Sitting there with doors unlatched. I'm sure they're showing open, but there's no activity. Okay. They're not working. That one's. Oh yeah, there we go. Right. I'm not sure that's the hold up there. Oh yeah, okay, they're doing something. The doors did not open by themselves. They are latched, but did not swing open. Interesting. So a little bit delay on the baggage then, unfortunately. Just check it. Cabin temperatures are okay. We've got the APU on, doing its thing. We'll do it on prelim then, 68.3, where the full length calculate. So, got 25, 46, 46, flaps 1, flexing 45. 25, 28, 33. On flaps 1. So if I went to flaps 2 to me. 28, 41, 41. Big difference organ on that. We're rotating at 128 and rotating at 141. Toga required on conf 2, and was it required on conf 1? Not required on config 1. Xing to 45. Again, high rotate speed. Interesting. So from an operational, the operator perspective, they'd like us to use config 1 in this situation, as it's less engine wear. If it's done, I mean, this is perfectly acceptable if it goes through the computers and they tell you that. There's nothing that will jump out and say, actually, couldn't use that if, you know, today's conditions. Again, I always find this calculator to be a little bit, I don't know, my takeoff roll seem a little bit longer than they should be in the real world, so that's something I always pay caution to. Toga is always an option to us should we be concerned with our takeoff roll. We could go flaps 2 Toga. Lower rotate speeds. And the speeds are, yeah, you're 128 organ, I'm 141, so yeah, it's interesting. But I'm going to go with the higher speeds. Let's send that over. So we do config 2 over as well. We do double zoom. Get in there. Yeah, it's interesting when I say your figures. So you're taking from the FCOM. I mean, the FCOM should be right. That's obviously the operating manual for the aircraft, but it's calculator gets figures that aren't in the FCOM. Okay. I mean, it's a complex area actually. These take off, you know, the performance calculator itself. And as pilots in the real world, I'm not fully exposed to what goes into those figures. We just get chucked an iPad and told to go and use that. So the work that goes into the background must be pretty complex, and there are considerations in there which are, to be honest, constantly changing. Yeah, you can, depending on also operating costs as well. You know, those factors. A lot goes into it. They're getting on with loading. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hey Ender, how are you? Good morning to you. Been a while. Right, finishing up at the back. Going to get the bus transferred from external power before I forget that with GSX. Pulls my wire out. Aircraft loaded, right, excellent. So, loaded as expected, send that over. What is that before though? Let's have a look. So, extra 10 minutes. One's 3-4. Where we're going to 3-7. At the moment, you were just off in the maximum time we get up there. I just want to keep an eye on them. But Inverness in there, just in case we need a return. Situational awareness. And I think we're good to get going, so... Closed up.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Hello, thank you. So we are seatbelts on, and we've got no whites up here, just the generators. Expected at this point.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Quick check of that spy. There's nothing to interfere with us at the moment. Yeah, thanks for joining, Ender. Well, there's always a replay available, isn't there? So appreciate it's not probably the best time to stream for everybody, but you know, they're all rewatchable, aren't they? So I'll just keep streaming as it fits with the schedule. Feeling we're stand, I want to say stand 9. Nose right, tail left for echo, and runway 11. Inverness traffic, easy, 36, X-ray Delta, push and start, stand 9er, Inverness.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake released.
Push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Oh, that must be Organ been over there. Or a yellow airplane, I don't know what livery you've got in there.
Cabin crew, to automatic and cross-check.
So, we're clear for engine start, and parking brake is off. Takeoff data we have confirmed. Windows and doors are closed. And the beacon is on. So engine mode selector is ignition, and we'll start engine 1. organs in the air anyway. He'll probably overtake us at some point.
It's my pleasure to introduce the rest of the crew today. Working with me at the front, we have Tim. Joining you very shortly at the centre, we have Carl. And working very hard down the back today, we have John. Gentlemen, we are here for your comfort, but primarily for your safety. With that in mind,
Please set parking brakes.
require the 2 minutes of your time. That's most important to your attention.
Parking brake set. And starting engine 2.
Thank you.
Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes.
Oh, you're in the Phoenix. Okay.
Life jackets.
Modelled as a Neo for some reason.
Unlocking gear.
You can hear brace, brace. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. The cabin crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you. Please be aware that it may be behind you. Emergency
Tow truck
lighting will
disconnected.
guide you to
Bypass
a
pin
exit.
removed.
In an emergency, leave all baggage
Left is
on
clear. Right is clear.
Okay.
your seat
Engine
belt
2 is available.
fastened,
Mode selector normal.
adjusted, and released.
IPU's no required. That's auto.
Must be fastened when the
I will need
seatbelt
terrain
is
radar
on.
on my side. I
We
just dimmed that
recommend
down a little bit.
keep it fastened at all times. The air supply fails, masks will drop from above.
Flaps config 2. I'll get this on and I'll do TARA now as well. That's one less thing to worry about. Single crewed. So, flight control checks and down 3 on the trim in the green zone.
Before helping others. If we land on water, take a life jacket from under your seat. Remove from the pouch and put it over your head.
Left,
Tap the tapes around your waist.
all right,
Clip together.
neutral,
Pull the strap.
and fall down.
Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When
Cool.
outside,
Rudder.
inflate it by
All
pulling
right.
the toggle.
All
If
left.
it fails to inflate or needs popping up, blow
Hot.
into this tube. There is
Auto
a
brakes
light
max.
and whistle for attracting attention.
And
The
look at
cabin
ourselves
will
taxiing.
assist you with life jackets for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrests down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened.
Inverness traffic. Easy 36 X-ray Delta is taxiing to runway 23 via Echo and runway 11.
Hope you have a
Inverness.
safe flight.
Okay, brake check. Pressure 0. And we're clear on the left.
Inverness traffic, Logan 55 Echo back. We're now pushing back on the Alpha apron Inverness.
So the eye tracker on. Mini FCU is going.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff.
Yeah, hello. Oh, see that what
Hello,
it does to you, isn't it?
Let's cabin secure for takeoff.
Yeah, thanks for that, it's made me crash. We do need 2 crew in our aircraft, don't we? None of this single pilot talk. So, flight control, as we have checked, flap setting is config 2, checked. FMAs, we climb nav blue, 1FD2, initial stop climb 6000 blue and 128 blue, 141 magenta. 90907, I'll give that a cross check. We've gone to 90906, so we've dropped a to Pascal. That's 30 feet up. Lower pressure. Nothing on TCAS for this runway, but I will put our strobes on. This is an active general aviation runway. Oh, my taxiing is not wonderful, is it? I'll make no excuses.
Traffic Golden 55 Echo Pap, we're now taxiing to holding point Foxtrot runway 23 via Echo and runway 11.
So we passed our engine warm-up time. Reaching the second hotspot. 90-degree turn here, pretty much. So we're on 10 knots in this turn. Nothing showing on TCAS for the main runway. We'll give a VATSIM cool. Inverness traffic, easy 36 X-ray deltas, backtracking runway 23 for departure. Inverness. I will put those up right as well. So we're clear on the right, and we are clear on the left. Go down a little bit. Downhill here. Ten knots. Nice and safe. Speed limit in a 90-degree turns 10 knots, and a straight line 30 knots. In terms of brake temps, let the aircraft accelerate and then put a nice steady application in to bring the speed back down. Don't want to be dabbing the brakes too much. The brake temps are good, so we got 20, 15, 20.
55 Echo Papa will hold at holding point Foxtrot, which is on runway 11, and wait for departing traffic in Inverness.
Alright. They get going, organs burning fuel. Right, we're right down for a spin around. You're on about 8 knots for this, but you want engine power on the outer side of the turn. Inverness traffic, EC36 X-ray deltas, departing runway 23 Inverness. So, take off. Get packs, come off. Not that one. And those on, and we are TAR right. Take off runway 23 confirmed. More seconds for the pack valves to transition. Should have done that before the turn, really, but in the absence of a first officer. Right, let's go. Stable. Okay. Toga. Toga SRS runway, auto thrust blue. People are going to wave as we go past. 100 knots. E1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Nav.
Inverness traffic, Golden 55 Echo Papa, we're now back at runway 23.
Heading select. AP1. He checks flaps to 1. Lever climb, positive trend. Plus climb. AP1 auto thrust. Nose dropping. Watching the speed there. Acceleration. And we've got a bit of climb on the way, so we've got some terrain to the south there. Well, you sim Spark? No, I was using the myself. I was using the onboard Fenix calculator for today's flight ender. Okay, flap speed. Speed checks, flaps up. Get us going in the right direction now. Take a turn. Right, Gussie, nav. And that's my for pack. 10 seconds now, it's fine. And we'll keep the climb going up. So let's put 1, 2, 0, and we'll all standard. So we are passing 5, 2 now. Cross check 3 times.
Inverness traffic, Golden 55 Echo Papa, taking off runway 23.
Bit of moisture around. I think we're good on temperature. Are we at plus 11? We're borderline. Outside. There's Organ just taken off there. There's a little dot in the background. Heading over the Highlands. We're not far from Loch Ness. I'm not sure that's actually Loch Ness, but we're not far from it in this part of the world. I did pay a visit myself to Loch Ness. Oh, it was a couple of years ago now, but I went via Inverness. So, seatbelts can come up and it's smooth up here. And 5, cross checked. Brandon, thanks for the sub. Morning to you. So 120, let's continue the climb, let's get that going. Right, cross climb, open climb. We're 37, won't we? Yeah, and how's that looking on weight? 367. Let's stop it at 34 for a minute. We'll reassess once we're up there and burn a bit of fuel. How did performance calculations work for you, Organ? Did you go with your calculations? You ended up in Alpha Floor Toga Lock. Okay, yeah. I did think that it was a little bit low, and there's a significant difference there. That's interesting. Not a good place to be, Toga Lock. Absolutely, Alpha Floor. My sympathies. Happens to the best of us, though. Just not in the real world, unfortunately. There's that 54 knot, there's that headwind we spoke about in the briefing. So, yeah, right on the nose, 55, 56 knots. No, Alpha Floor at 600 feet is a very bad place to be. I could think of better places. So many variables I've organised in these calculations. I suppose, you know, what aircraft weight is the FCOM based on? What was, you know, and winds, weather, pressure, runway condition, the wear and tear of a particular aircraft engines, performance factor of that particular aircraft. You know, no one aircraft is the same. There are very noticeable differences between, you know, the same aircraft, same model aircraft I fly in the fleet from my operator. You know, you notice the difference between a slightly older aircraft and a new one, even though obviously they're maintained and so forth. But yeah, there's some noticeable differences. You know, not to the point where it's, oh, you know, I need to put my foot down here a bit more. It's yeah, you just all those slight changes between aircraft. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Well, designing a performance calculator, yeah, there's loads of variables. There's loads of data you need to get hold of, I guess, but. Not one for me to compute. A big shout out to all the subscribers and everyone following. It's you know, the channel is doing really well actually. I was sort of past the 1.4k mark on subscribers, and it's, you know, continuing to go up. So we just put out the memberships as well. So a membership I put out, just a bit of a loyalty membership as well. So check that out. But no, I just really appreciate the support from all of you. It's fantastic. That's the motivation to keep me making the videos and the live streams. So it's great. Yeah, based on ISA. It didn't, okay, yeah, it was in the NOTAMs today. Organ, significant low pressure in the Scottish TMA. 90907 or 90906 when we departed, so yeah, that would make quite a big difference. The value of a thorough pre-flight. There you go. You were rushing to keep up there. Right, we do have some VATSIM come online a bit further south, so we've got the Daventry on the control air sector come on. They will hopefully guide us into Luton. See 120025. I'll put that in anyway. Be ahead of the game. 120 025. After this stream, I might even get a cheeky another one a bit later. I might, not for a bite to eat. Maybe come back on for another one. Got Switzerland in my mind for some reason. Probably not Geneva again. I've been there too many times in the real world. But recently, I've had out of 3 days 4 trips to Geneva. My last block. So I might. Zurich's a nice one to fly into. Pretty Basel. Bern is an aircraft I've flown out of. I've done in a light aircraft. I've taken a PA-28 from Bern in Switzerland to Lugano, right next to the lake there, Lake Lugano. A fantastic trip crossing the Alps, towering above you, experiencing a bit of those rotor waves of the wind as they come across the Alps. Really throws you about, but yeah, fantastic trip. It was great visibility at that particular day, but also quite, you know, you can appreciate how dangerous mountain flying can be, especially when you're at the levels of the altitudes of GA and you're stuck between the terrain climbing above you. Weather can change quickly, winds can change quickly, you can really get caught out, but find the right day for it. It's an amazing experience. Yep, just flew to Lugano, stopped there for lunch by the lake, and yeah, flew back later on in the day, back to Bern. Belp Airport, Bern Belp. It's Belp, isn't it, Bern? Quite a nice airport. So, aircraft is pressurising as expected. Temperatures are looking good. $13 quarts of oil. I mean, I would like a bit more of that ideally. Generally, we use about half a quart of oil for an hour's flying. Yeah, that's how it works out. Have you, so you need some help, Orban, you're stuck. So, have you recycled your thrust? So bring it back, disengage auto thrust, pull the throttle back and re-engage climb. You basically need to recycle the throttles, an alpha floor. take it out of climb mode, flip back, and then back into climb. Give that a go. So if you disengage auto thrust on the FCU, take it out of climb, back into climb. And if need be, actually reset auto thrust on the FCU. But that you usually have to recycle auto thrust. That's doesn't seem to be working for you. No? Okay. That should be the way. You need to recycle to get your re-engagement of auto thrust control. Good traffic on the TCAS, +5 over on the left side. There we go. Although if it dumps your flight plan in any way, organ, then obviously it won't re-engage auto thrust unless it's got something there to work from, some values, so cost index and so forth needs to be in. If that's all reset, then your auto thrust won't know what to do and therefore won't engage. Right, how's our optimum flight level looking? 369, so it's going to be borderline. Pretty much works out, so we'll get to 37 just about. I'll hold it at 3.4 for the moment. That last 100 feet. Well, that's not our optimum. We could stay at 3.4, but we'll file for 3.7. No success on cycling the auto thrust. And do you have values in your MCDU for the auto thrust to work from still? Sounds like you're declaring a pan-pan and returning to Inverness. What was your fix organ? Without being in your cockpit and seeing what the data you've got, it's actually quite a difficult one to troubleshoot, but. Hopefully you're not scraping along some Highland mountain somewhere. Okay, yeah, so it's a data issue in the MCDU. Mac alt start 340, so let's just check. We can make 37 now, so we'll do 37. We filed it. I touched about now. Fine. Thrust, climb, open, climb, 370 blue. You've just overtaken me. How on earth have you overtaken me, Organ, with being in Alpha floor? Where on earth? I can't see you on TCAS. Let's have a look. You're below me. You overtook another aircraft, as I say. There's someone coming off my starboard rear at quite high speed, whoever that is. It's a similar altitude, so someone's going to be pinging me TCAS in a moment, and they're not. What's that? That's rocketing towards me. That is fast. I mean, come on. Is that you, Organ? That's a VA. I mean, that's like, well, okay. I mean, I know they use a cost index of 20, but that's going some. Someone's that's UFO speed. Someone's got time acceleration. Probably one of these 777s with accelerated time. Let me see who that is. Are they on? Right, where am I? So yes, there you go. It's a 777. Everyone's got accelerated time, so this is the thing. So, you know, everyone's flying around with the PMDG time warp feature. Okay. I mean, he probably took off from San Francisco at the same time as us. Going to be landing before us. That, to me, I don't know. That spoils the immersion a bit. If I'm going to do a flight, I want to do the flights, not take off, do the fun and detailed stuff, and then land in Heathrow from San Francisco half an hour later. Well, you can't, obviously he's going to hit a controller shortly, you'd have to slow it down, but I think that is, well, it's a little bit of an issue, isn't it, VATSIM wise. No time to adjust your time zones either. He's going to have problems when he lands. He's all over the place. Well, what time have we got now? So, yeah, I mean it's early hours in San Francisco, isn't it? So. Yeah, that does seem a bit silly. Just something about that. Just it's a bit of an immersion killer for me. That's all. I'm not bitter because I've just been overtaken by a BA at warp speed, but. I mean, it's computer calculations. I must be putting some strain on the old PC, flying around like a hypersonic missile. Trying to keep control. I know it's got a feature which sort of adjusts the level of speed that it accelerates to, but right, approaching 3.7. We've got that headwind. Well, that's helpful for climb. Company message they want. 29-minute delay. Level it off at 3.4 and you're catching up with me, are you? Okay. What's the organ aviator cost index on your airline organ? This does not seem efficient, this racing around. Cost index of 50, yeah. Mac Alt Star. Higher cost carrier. Mac Alt Cruise. Not paying for the fuel, so may as well increase your speed. Well, there is that to it. There is that. That 777 is just approaching the edge of the zone, controller zone. That does seem a bit odd, doesn't it? Sonic. I'm just looking out over the Atlantic now, seeing if anyone else, do they show that speed, their warp speed? Eastbound, everyone's much higher speed. Must be a good tailwind coming eastbound today. Low speed's going west. 560 knots coming east. 578, 579. 210 degrees, 50 knots at Vameb, wind. I should really adjust. I could play around with that a bit more, but on the putting a true wind in, obviously that's not the wind for the airfield, but it will alter your equitime point. Worth noting, the equitime point as standard will just be based on distance and will not take wind into account until you enter a wind. So obviously with a reasonable significant wind, so we've got 50 knots on the nose, that's going to adjust your equitime point a fair bit. One to play around with. Morgan's 40 miles behind. Oh. Getting hungry, suddenly got very hungry. Realised I haven't eaten anything today. I think early morning coffee fix. No cabin crew to come and give me a plastic sandwich, some description. Where shall we go next? If I do another stream today, so maybe midday-ish. Thinking Zurich, but no. And we're within an hour and a half. We'll go and collect some football fans, couldn't we? Germany. So we're passing at equitime point. Obviously we got Manchester right en route as well, so that'll be our next go-to. We won't be turning back now at this point. Therefore make a new equitime point, so between Manchester and Luton if you needed it. So 118 for the next 118 miles we're going into to Manchester if we need an urgent diversion. So 1008 at Luton currently. So now is the time to chuck that in. 240 at 9. Visibility 10 kilometres or more. It's a bit of a variable wind. No cloud. That's. Let me just open my blind properly. I can see some sun. There is cloud. It's broken cloud. Broken at about 3,000, I'd say. Temperature 19 and 1008 in. Okay. I've got the inner builds. A bit of a jump. I must have gone into a new weather zone there. Keeping an eye on that. Altitude jumped. I've got the inner builds Luton installed, as opposed to the UK 2000 at the moment. Well, I've got them both. But I don't know with the inner builds. I find frames heavier and I don't know. They're good in different ways, and there's a lot of detail on construction things that happen in the airport in the inner builds. But from what the UK 2000 scenery gave versus frames and performance, no, there's not much in it. I was hoping someone would fix the glide slope not being accurate on the. I don't know if that's a scenery issue, but I think it's still there. That problem. I always can't seem to land in Flight Sim and Luton without a glide slope deviation alert. Yeah, we're good on fuel. We're above our minimum fuel required at this point. Our fuel is below 6 tonnes. We've got a tolerance of 400 kilograms. Discrepancy. For my operator, anyway. Might tune into London just so we can see that the sound's working and so forth before we get there.
Seabird 286, reduce speed 250 knots.
That's the San Francisco guys.
250 knots with Seabird 286. Clear for me, please. Alright, Dan, 50, Seabird 287. American 5522, speed 250 knots, please.
250 knots, American 5522.
Juliet Golf, speed 250 knots, please. Doctor 250, so this is go.
Shuttle Alpha, apologies.
How's the sound on VATSIM for you on stream?
Mike, Lima Sierra, you've gone through the localizer, turn left, heading 300 degrees, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, report localizer established.
Roger, yep, we're coming back on course, turning.
Apart from when it does that, I'm going, before the next stream, I'm going to reinstall VATSIM client. Depilot. Someone did tell me to do that on the last stream, but it's been a few weeks and...
Seabird 880, you shouldn't be with me, I'm afraid. Contact director 119730.
So we should be thinking about our arrival now. Let's do some performance. Expecting 2.5. It's going to be dry, conditions are good. by that, what's our landing weight? Let's go for 66. It won't be less than that, but
Speedbird 286, route direct, Soffit.
Direct Soffit for Sabre 286 Heavy.
hit water brake.
Zulu Juliet Golf, turn left, heading
Maps.
090 degrees.
Left 090 Zulu Golf.
Maps full, I think, today. Five knot headwind, 3 knot cross component.
Mike Lima Sierra descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
4,000, Mike Lima Sierra.
Process of descending on VATSIM, and but basically you check in with the controller. They'll buzz me shortly. I'll tune in, I've already tuned in, but I'll make contact, and they will usually give you. You can request descent, or they will descend you at the appropriate time, usually, as per real world, and depending on the traffic situation.
That's Speedbird 286, you can route direct West Scots, Whiskey Charlie Oscar.
Going direct West Scott for 0286.
Mike Lima Sierra descend to altitude 2,500 feet further with the glide path.
Down 2,500 over the glide for Mike Lima Sierra.
Yes, Ender, they'll know your arrival, and they will know when to descend you according to the arrival routing and the restrictions and traffic around you.
5522 heavy.
Zulu Juliet Golf, route direct West Scott.
Direct West Scott, Zulu Golf.
So it's 3,000 platform altitude. 708 decision, it's under 3 degrees. Just approach, climb straight ahead, 3,000. Once at 2.3 of the localizer outbound or 1500, which have a later turn left onto track 088. Continue climb.
19730.
Let's get some of this data in. We were 108.
Mike Lima Sierra, thanks. There's no speed restriction. Clear to land 33, wind variable 7 knots.
No speed restriction. It's land 33 for Mike Lima Sierra.
Going for Charlie, Organ. Okay. Throwing everything in it. 19 degrees.
Zulu Juliet Golf, speed 220 knots.
Doctor 220, Zulu Golf.
Speedbird 286, speed 220 knots.
220 knots, Speedbird 286 Heavy.
Thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Welcome.
Emirates 59 Tango, no further ATC, I'm afraid. Climb with discretion and over to Unitron. Bye bye.
Yes, I'll thanks for Emirates 59 Tango.
So we are far from our top of descent point. Constraints on. Expecting a call from controller shortly on the edge of his zone.
Mike Lima Sierra, after landing, vacate left when able.
Unless he's going for breakfast soon.
Mike Lima Sierra.
Heading latest is put up for, it's 1008, way 25. Yeah. Good.
Speedbird 286, contact Diesel Director, frequency 119 or decimal 730, bye bye.
Alright, let's just go with the 119.730. 730, thanks for your help. See ya.
So Rugby 200.
Zulu Juliet Golf, after West Scott, route to Bovingdon, Bravo November.
Should be descending. I will descend as per the arrival. Start 200. Fast idle descent, 200 blue.
Zulu Juliet, copy. Clear level is flight level 110. Can you climb back up 110, please?
I'm sorry about that, my apologies. Back to 110.
He hasn't contacted me yet, so it's surprising actually. Ah, there we go. Right.
Sabre 37 Juliet, no further ATC, continue to Nitro, bye-bye. You've got 37 Juliet, bye-bye.
Under control, hello, EZ36 X-ray Delta, sending flight level 200 on the Listo 1 November for Luton.
EZ36 X-ray Delta, London, hello, Spock 0324, information, Bravo, come.
Rock 0324, information, Bravo on board, EZ36 X-ray Delta. Zero 3, 2, 4 in the box. Information Bravo have looked at. Basically what we've looked at ourselves, 125 1008, visibility 10 kilometers or more.
EZ36 Delta, thank you, identified descend flight level 200.
Descend flight level 200 is EZ36 X-ray Delta. 200 blue. Okay, so this day 1 November for the arrival. MSA's 2000 pretty much until the last part of final approach 2200. Runway 25, approach minimum 708, go around trajectory straight ahead, and then we're left turn 088 passing 1500. Fuel, an extra 27 minutes expected, that's enough for another attempt should we need it. Going to be an ILS approach, flap config full, I'm happy with the stop margin. We plan for idle reverse, but we can use, we may go full reverse. Got the ground chart as well. So all guns going for Charlie. Charlie is feasible, to be honest, but I wouldn't cook the brakes to get there, so hotel quite acceptable. For the planned runway exit, if we do come off at hotel, we've got hotspot 1 to consider. No special ops, standard aircraft, fully serviceable, and any real consideration is the VATSIM traffic. No threats to discuss.
London, hello, Super 5, Echo Alpha, unlap,
arrival briefing completed.
Super 5, Echo Alpha, London Control, hello, identified. You can climb now, flight level 80, high speed approved.
Flight level 80, high speed, Super 5, Echo.
Why did the aeroplane start descending so fast? I did start it early before contacting the controller. I already initiated a descent. The controller would expect me to descend as per the standard terminal arrival routes. We are in descent mode and we were above the profile at that time, so it would try and do what it can to hit that. You see here we've got the green dot here, that's the profile. Obviously it goes down here, we're above. And that, if you look at the progress page, you can see where we are in relation to profile here, so our deviation is 17 feet below profile at the moment, 9 feet jumping around. So depends where you are on the profile, it will start to descend harder if you're obviously above the profile for a descent.
ED36 X-ray Delta, vector by LS25, turn left, heading 110 degrees, descend flight level 110.
Left heading 110, descend flight level 110, vectors for ILS-25, EZ36 X-ray Delta, thank you. Right, thrust idle, open descent, heading 110 and 110. 110 blue.
Morgan 55 Echo, Papa Squawk 0331.
Squawking 0331, Organ 55 Echo Papa.
Speedbird 5 Echo Alpha plane, flight level 340. Flight level 340, 5 Echo Alpha. Organ 55 Echo Papa.
This is actually a very common shortcut in the real world.
Descend flight level 200, Organ 55 Echo Papa.
Yeah, Zaxo transitions, they are long-winded, to say the least. We do fly their full approaches at peak times, certain times of the evening, sometimes quite late, because you still end up doing, there's a lot of flights that come in. But we do end up sometimes routing right out on some of these, some of the wild and wacky Luton arrivals, zigzagging our way across the countryside. Try not to wake people up. So just put in the 30-mile radius around the airport, just to give me a bit of a situational awareness in regards to my descent performance. We're going to get a further shortcut in, which I'd expect we're going to be perhaps a bit of speed brake required. I haven't heard Organ for a while. Are you still with us, Organ? It's a bit of a speed brake actually, just anticipating a shortcut further vector in. Oh, you're concentrating on the descent. Very good. Stairwell cockpits there on with Organ Aviation and Organ Airlines.
EZ36 X-ray Delta, turn right, heading 120 degrees.
Right, heading 120, EZ36 X-ray Delta. There you go, it's a shortcut.
London, good morning, Walker 1, 09, flight level 100.
Walker 1009 London, good morning, squawk 0307.
The traffic from the starboard side climbing up. Probably it's above anyway, it's gone.
Walker 1009 identified, sign clear, climb now, flight level 310.
Climb now, flight level 310, Walker 109.
Organ 55 Echo Papa, turn left, heading 100 degrees, descend flight level 110.
Turn left, heading 110 and descend to flight level 190. Organ 55 Echo Papa.
Organ 55 Echo Papa, completely incorrect. Turn left, heading 100, descend flight level 110.
Sorry about that. Turn left, heading 100 and descend to flight level 110. Organ 55 Echo Papa.
KZ 36 X-ray Delta, you've got about 4 or 5 miles till touchdown, there's no speed restriction, descend to flight level 80.
Turn flight level 80, EZ36 X-ray Delta. Blue.
London, good morning, Fenix flight 1
Low speed.
East Midlands, information Charlie, requesting IFR to Southampton.
Fenix 51 Tango, London Control, good morning, you're cleared to Southampton, Daventry, 3 November departure, initial climb, flight level 90, squawk 2733.
Wing crew landing in 10 minutes.
FedEx 51 Tango is clear to Southampton via the Delta Tango Yankee 3 November transition. Initial climb flight level 90 and squawk 2733.
FedEx 51 Tango, return correct.
We will shortly be landing. Please ensure your baggage and all personal belongings, including laptops, are safely stowed. Your tray tables must be stowed, armrests down, window blinds open, and your seatbelt fastened and ready for landing. Please review the safety plan with your seatbelt assistant table for safety information. In an emergency, leave all baggage in the seat. Please help us by handing in rubbish, newspapers, magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets can no longer be used.
EZ36 X-ray Delta, turn right, heading 155.
Right, heading 155, EZ36 X-ray Delta. 155. Alt. Maintaining 80. We'll get this up a bit early. One less thing to worry about as we come in. Single crewed.
Cabin crew now proceeding for landing. Thank you.
Do a descent.
Speedbird 5 Echo Alpha, there's no further ATC, my friend. Continue to Unicron 122.8, bye-bye.
122.8, Speedbird 5 Echo Alpha, we'll see you.
I feel like calling in for descent. Did I start the chrono organ? I don't think I did actually. I should have done for Toga power. I've got the total flight time one as well.
EG366 Delta descends to altitude 6,000 feet, Luton QNH 1008.
Then altitude 6,000 feet on the QNH 1008, EZ36 X-ray Delta. 008 in and cross check 3 times, 78, cross checked. And blue.
Organ 55 Echo Papa, turn right heading 125.
Turn right heading 125, Organ 55 Echo Papa.
EZ36 X-ray Delta, turn right heading 180 degrees, descend to altitude 5,000 feet.
Right heading 180, descend altitude 5,000 feet, EZ36 X-ray Delta. 5,000 blue, 180.
Contact London 132.605, bye-bye.
32605, Walker 129.
Organ 55 Echo Papa, descend flight level 80.
Ouch.
Descend flight level 80, Organ 55 Echo Papa.
Approaching 5,000. And I'm going to go flaps 1 now, take advantage of the level out to decelerate. VCheck flaps 1, speed out star. Alt. We are above the glide slope, with a fair bit of descent.
EZ36 X-ray Delta, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend altitude 3,000 feet, EZ36 X-ray Delta. Just the open descent, 3 flowers in blue.
51 Tango, push start approved, QNH 1006.
Push start approved.
EZ36 X-ray Delta, turn right heading 220 degrees, cleared ILS 25.
Right heading 220 degrees, cleared ILS, runway 25, EZ36 X-ray Delta. Okay, 220, AP1 and 2, cap 3 dual. Lock blue, isolate blue. Hit one profile, good. India Lima Juliet 254 inbound, 10 miles out. Speed out, Star.
Morgan 55 Echo Papa, turn right, heading 170 degrees, descend to altitude 6,000
And
feet.
we'll go
QNH
flaps 2,
1008.
speed checks, flaps 2. Fly slope Star, lock
Turn
Star.
right, heading 170, descend to 6,000 feet, and QNH 1008, holding 55 Echo Papa.
Easy 36 X-ray Deltas, localizer established.
KD36 X-ray Delta, thanks. Clear to land 25, wind variable 9 knots.
2,500.
Clear to land 25, easy 36 X-ray Delta. Fly slope, lock. Clear to land. Gear down. Let me start the recording tool as well.
Morgan 55 Echo Papa, descend to altitude 5,000 feet.
Descend altitude 5,000 feet, holding 55 Echo Papa.
And flaps free, speed checks, flaps free. Wind on the nose, 6 knots, 5 knots, and flaps full, speed checks, flaps full. Landing checklist, cabin is secured, go around altitude 3,000 set, ECA memo landing no blue. Keep an eye on the headwind, causing a bit of float.
Fenix A320 Tango, taxi hold Alpha 1, runway 27.
Is the Unibuild London Luton scenery.
55 Papa, turn right, heading 210 degrees, descend to altitude 3,000 feet. Clear ILS 25, number 2.
My control. Cat 1.
Turn
It's
right,
land.
heading 210 degrees, descend to 3,000 and clear to ILS runway 25, holding 55 Echo Papa.
Continue.
Light slow.
That's our usual light slope deviations.
Light slow. Light slow.
40, 30, 20, retard. 10, 5.
Gonna be Charlie. First, spoilers, detail. And 70 knots. Manual braking. Bring the speed right bound for the turn. Maybe eye tracker.
EG36 X-ray Delta, welcome to Luton Taxi Hotel Bravo, stand 2. Good morning.
Hotel Bravo, stand 2. Thanks for the service. Easy 36 X-ray Delta.
Oregon 5-5 Echo Papa, no speed restriction, runway 25 clear to land, wind variable, 9 knots.
Clear to land runway 25, Oregon 5-5 Echo Papa.
In the aircraft up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now...
I'm going to watch Organ come in and
Please make sure that you take all
burn his
those
brakes
belongings
to reach
with you,
Charlie.
checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the
There is some
overhead lockers.
TCAS there. Is that 7.5
Take
miles
care
still?
of opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your EasyJet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and...
To be honest, at Luton, we never really planned for Charlie
Facebook page,
coming in on 2.5.
EasyJet app.
Because we do been cracking the brakes. Unless we're very light. Down 2, wasn't it? We try and do some stuff, some click spot stuff without crashing.
Fenix 5-1 Tango, clear takeoff 27, wind variable 16 knots.
Come off now. In. Stand is clear. Where's Organ? Is he out there? Oh, there he comes, right, okay. Over here. Back to my bright yellow aeroplane. Yeah, he'll make Charlie. All the passengers hit their head on the seat in front. Right, let's have a look at the replay, shall we? Let's have a look at the replay. We can dissect that one. So, I'll disconnect from VATSIM. Done, and we'll bring up a tool recording, replay, get that set up, pause that for a moment. We're going to flaps down and move it along a bit. It's the final stages. Zoom replay there. Look. The goings on are. Clearly a high cost airline, Organ Airlines. Maximum brake wear, maximum engine wear. Time is of the essence in Northern Airlines. Right. I did a bit there. It's that headwind. Have another look. Where are we going to see it? From the inside? We would have been hard pushed for Charlie. Excellent. Get us back on the gate. Parking brake on. Also our flaps out before we mess around with anything else. Well, I enjoyed that. I might, like I said, I might be back on in a little while. A bite to eat, and maybe we'll go somewhere else when I have the time. Thanks, Ender. Good to see you. Don't forget to check out the channel membership as well. Your control lines are going to LDRI tomorrow. I'll be there to call the landings. No, not tomorrow. I'm not flying until Saturday morning. Yeah, I'm back in the skies, scaring people on Saturday morning. Next block, and a bit of holiday next week as well. So right, we'll turn our engines off yet. Let's do that. Sorted. Keep the passengers happy. Replay stuff back out. Off. I'm off. Excellent. Oh, I've still got a light on. That's the landing replay again, isn't it? Right, sort that out. Right, there we go. And my spoiler's always up after this. Landing replay business. I did try and reset them, but yeah. There we go. I enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, be back on in a little while, and we can do another one. I'll grab a bite to eat. The pilot canteen, and we'll reset and hopefully try something else. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you a bit later on if you're about. Thanks very much.